Lawrence Keogh. Great to have you back on the show.
Hi, mate. Yeah, thanks, Luke.
So, congratulations on your new job.
Yeah,
the Wolsey. Tell us about the Wolsey then, and the dishes. Well, first of all, the dish you're going to cook.
Well, the dish we're going to cook is a fillet of beef stroganoff, which has got paprika, white wine vinegar, white wine cream, lashings of double cream, very good for you this time of year.
Sounds good, mate. Yeah.
And mushrooms, and it's finished with gherkins and sour cream. But this is a proper classic. It was shown to me years ago by a very good friend of mine, Mark Tazioli, if he's watching. And it's a proper a la carte dish. It really is a cooked towards dish.
So we're going to do a little pilaf to go with it. Normally done with little straw fries, of course.
Yeah, so what you do with the fillet, you lay it, that's the tail end of the fillet, you go right
now, this is the tail, not just to explain where you chop that up. You have the middle bit here where you'd have the fillet steaks, and the Chateaubriand
up the end.
Comes at the end. So this is the end.
So this is obviously not used a lot, but you cut down, you can ask your butcher to do this. If you want to, you can do this dish with chicken if you're a bit sort of don't really fancy some red meat this time of year.
But if you want other pieces of meat, sirloin probably another one to go with.
Sirloin's a bit cheaper, but there's a secret to this dish which we're going to show that there's some simple techniques to follow and procedures. If you don't get it right, you can ruin the whole dish because we're going to keep the beef quite rare when we sear it.
So the stroganoff, often found in a lot of old classic sort of menus.
Yeah, and it's, you know, well, the thing about it, I mean, I was fortunate to be classically French trained in the day at the Berkeley in the Ritz Casino in London, and once you're classically French trained, like you know, James, it's like being a musician, isn't it? You can change your styles and move around. We've got two types of paprika in here. We've got sweet and hot. Yeah. So in goes the sweet and hot. Paprika is the dried bell peppers.
Yeah.
You know, it's dried out. Straight in some vegetable. This pan is going to be absolutely smoking.
Right, so the onions have gone in there.
Yeah.
You don't want any colour on these onions, so
no, just
the rice and the bay leaf.
You're going to make a re-peel off. You're going to show people how to do a re-peel off, aren't you?
Yeah.
Now, this beef, just give it a quick toss through the paprika. This pan is smoking.
So we've got the onions have gone in, a little bit of butter. Some, That is hot,
that is really hot.
Now, this would be often done at the table, wouldn't it?
This would be done at the table by the maitre d'. I'll get a pair of tongs, chef.
Turn in the fire alarm.
Health and safety.
Evacuate. Evacuate.
Taxi. Be very quick then with that.
I'm on it, chef. There you go.
All right, just show it the pan.
Now, tell us about the Wolsey then, because it's a famous old building.
Yeah, well, it originally was a car showrooms back in the 20s. Then it was a bank. I remember going to pick up a paycheck there when I was at the Ritz, you know. And it's owned by Jeremy Corbyn and Chris King sorry guys, Chris Corbyn.
Jeremy King.
I know he's
You
watching.
start tomorrow.
Sorry, boss, I will get it right.
He was starting tomorrow.
You think that's
it's live TV.
I asked him the address this morning. He ain't got a clue where it is. So
take that out straight and strain it. Okay.
Right, okay. So there's just basically
Chris
just
Corbyn, Jeremy King. I've been a long admirer of the pair of them, and they started off the Caprice and the Ivy and Sheikies, etc. You're a big fan of them as well. Right, in goes some butter. Okay. So you've got to keep that beef as blue as you can. That's the secret.
So a little cartouche, you just piece of paper, greaseproof of course, not a newspaper, but and you just
right. In goes the shallots.
Roll that over. Place that over the top of the rice.
That's it.
That sits on there.
Right. Now we're going to get the mushrooms. That's it. Sweat them off.
There you go.
Okay. No, but it's a very, very, very busy restaurant. It does about 350, 380 for breakfast. A good 250, 280 for lunch, 190 for afternoon tea, and a good 400 for dinner. And it's open 364 days of the year. And I've gone from looking after 30 chefs to looking after 60 chefs. So it's quite a big job to take on.
Would it be right to say it's definitely one of the busiest restaurants in London?
It is one of the busiest restaurants in London and in Piccadilly. And at first I wasn't too sure about taking the job on board, but I've met the team of chefs in the kitchen. I like the company's moving in the right direction. There's a lot of expansion, and no, it's a nice change, and I think this time
it's a great place to eat.
Yeah, it's very, very, very fashionable to eat there.
Yeah.
And right, well, that's all. So shallots.
Yep. Okay,
in there. This is the trick. Yeah, put tomato puree in there, chef. That's why you're here, isn't it?
Yes. By the way, am I available to be the new head chef of the Wolsey if you want me to?
Rehearsals, it's always fine, isn't it?
It's always fine. Yeah. In goes the vinegar, go on.
Right, now, the vinegar goes in, which is the secret. Okay?
Smell it.
You must evaporate the vinegar. If you don't evaporate the vinegar, you're going to taste that acidity, and it's not very nice.
Yeah.
So you cook the vinegar out, get rid of it. Okay?
Yeah.
You've got the rice in the oven, haven't you, Chef?
Now, like I said, it's an old building, that place, as well, but the kitchen's downstairs?
Kitchen's downstairs.
Quite an odd layout.
Yeah,
for
there's 6 lifts sending food up and down. It is a busy site. Right, next, once you evaporate the vinegar, OK, if you want to evaporate things quickly, make a well, move it to the outside, pause in the middle, evaporates. White wine. OK?
Now, this is a classic dish that would be found on a lot of restaurant menus, traditionally Russian, of course.
Absolutely classic, yeah. It's a Russian dish. It was popular in a cookbook in the 1860s. It's beef and sour cream and things like that.
Your era, Sandy. You know, that's...
Yeah, thank you. I needed that.
And it was traditionally served with crispy fries, like straw potatoes, like matchstick fries. Then it became popular in Hong Kong, and the Americans took it there, and they started serving rice with it. So it's very popular now with a side of rice on the side.
Right.
OK, so we reduce that white wine.
Now, you need to get rid of the vinegar. That's the key to it.
You must evaporate the vinegar and keep the beef blue as possible.
Yeah.
And this is where, you know, if you're on the healthy trick...
Don't go any further.
Just, you know...
Yum.
You'll like this one, James, won't you?
I haven't used any butter or cream since I got back.
Yeah, because you went on holiday, didn't you? I'm standing back, so I don't want to get my shirt and you covered like we did in rehearsals.
OK. While he's over there, remember, if you'd like to ask a question on the show, then call this number. That's 08716 41 41 41. Calls, remember, cost 10p a minute from a BT landline. Mobiles and other networks may vary, and if you wish to put your questions to us live a little later on. Right. And don't forget, you find us Lawrence's recipe, along with all the other studio recipes, on our website. Go to bbc.co.uk/Saturday Kitchen. Right.
Right, let's season the sauce.
Yeah.
OK.
So...
And what's nice, that drainage from the beef. We want to get all that in there. Let's get the sauce right first. OK, let's get the sauce right. Otherwise, you're going to keep overcooking the beef. We just want to warm it through.
So the sauce first, and then you put the beef back in just to finish it off, yeah? Right. Well, that's your little pilaf.
Salt and pepper. Changing the spoon.
Now, what rice have you used with this? Just long grain rice?
Yeah, long grain rice. Yeah, you can use Uncle Ben's with it, something like that.
There you go.
Right, now... So this is just warm through the sauce now.
Yeah.
And like I said, if you want to do this with chicken, you can do it with chicken.
Yeah.
OK.
Now, it's good for a dinner party, this, because it's all literally last minute.
It's a proper, 19 sort of, the old 70s classic cordon bleu, isn't it?
Yeah.
A dish that would be done.
OK. There you go.
That's delicious. OK, right, can I borrow your serving spoon?
Yep. That's ready.
You turn the gas off, I think.
Unbelievably quick.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, Lawrence, your leg was vibrating in time with the stirring.
It's the old dancing leg, isn't it?
Yeah, I know.
Henry says you're shaking.
just watching you, Lawrence, it's a privilege.
Oh, it's a pleasure. What a nice bunch of guests you've got here today.
Yeah. I can't believe the speed you're working.
It's I've done half of it.
Yeah, well, I know.
I can show you how to work more slowly later on.
Can you? Yeah, well, I look forward to it.
So, julienne gherkins on top, julienne nice thin strips.
Yeah.
A nice spoon for the sour cream. I see you didn't get my spoon ready.
Yeah.
So, sour cream on top. You've got the chopped parsley done, Chefy.
Chopped parsley's there.
Chopped parsley. A little bit of chopped parsley.
Spoon with the paprika in it.
Thank you, Chef. Can you remind what that is again? So there is your classic beef stroganoff.
Wow.
Paprika, cream and rice.
Wow. Easy as that.
I'm here in the historic spa town of Cheltenham with the pit-filled pump room behind me. I'm going to hit the shops now and find the best wines for today's recipes. Lawrence, with all that cream and the white wine and the mushrooms, your stroganoff is one red meat dish that can be matched with white wine. And I found a pretty good partner in this dry Australian Riesling. But it's midwinter and I'm more tempted by a red. And so the one I've gone for is the Pilastri Sangiovese 2010 from Italy. Watch out with beef, it doesn't always need a heavy, gutsy red. In fact, it often goes superbly well with the lighter reds of central Italy, like this one. A nice nose there of cassis, black cherry, little hint of coffee. This wine isn't particularly chunky or complex, but it's ripe and rounded, moorish and very easy to enjoy. Its forest fruit flavours marry beautifully with that tender beef, and the smooth finish won't get in the way of all that lovely cream and the sweet notes that come from the paprika and the pickle and the shallot. Lawrence, your stroganoff is a comforting winter warmer, and I've got a soothing, easygoing red to partner it. Cheers.